I'm Judy Beck. I was from the Los Angeles region for many years. We now live in San Diego. But in 2019, we were evacuated because the fires were burning 3 blocks from our house. So the sequence is our dog barked in the middle of the night. I woke up and there was smoke in our bedroom, but the fire alarms hadn't gone off in our home. So I knew it had to be outside. I jumped up and they hadn't sent us any emergency note on our phones, but I turned on the TV and there was a picture of the Getty fire burning all along the ridge in front of that beautiful museum, which is very close to our house. So I woke up my husband, who had just had knee surgery. So he was on a walker and in a lot of pain. So I needed to get him up and dressed and over near the entrance to the garage. And then I put the leash on the dog, and I had his bag and my bag were already in my car, but I had to go into my husband's office and get his go bag. But these were all bags I had packed several times in the past, because when you live in Los Angeles, it's earthquake country. So you're normally preparing for that. But this new danger, of course, is all the fires. So I thought it was organized. I was trying to remain calm, but I kept seeing on the TV the pictures of it coming closer and closer. So I ran out into our cul-de-sac to be sure all my neighbors were awake and everybody was up and in their driveway and trying to load the kids and pets and so forth. And we all know each other. There are 24 homes there and we all kept track of each other. So we all made sure that everybody was up and getting ready to leave. But I turned to my husband and said, we're going to be the first car out, because in our canyon, there's only one road out to the main roads, and there's 1,000 people living in that canyon, and everybody needed to get out. So we were, I think, probably one of the first cars to leave. And I drove west towards the beach. You could not go east because that was the fire. You could not go north because that was the fire. They had closed that freeway. So I took surface streets to Santa Monica to the beach. And you LA ladies will know this. And I pulled up at the first hotel that I knew took pets and pulled in, and I was the second person in the lobby trying to check in. And the poor guy on the desk, it was by now 3 a.m, and in 3 minutes, 5 minutes, there were 100 people behind me trying to check in. So they took pity on us because of my poor husband. They got us up to a room right away, but he needed constant ice on his knee. And so they kept bringing us buckets of ice. And then the next morning, they were kind enough to put us in a bigger room with a proper refrigerator with tons of ice. And all around us were people just looking shell-shocked, right? Because you think you're organized, but never enough, right? But I knew we had all that was important. We had for each other, we had our pet and my husband's medications. There was a big bag of those. And we were fine. Then it was 3 days later, they let us go back into the house with a police escort to get important items, but you only had 3 minutes to get in and out of your house because the cinders were still burning all around us, and they didn't want any people back in there. So we had to stay out of our home for 7 days. And that was my experience. Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing, Judy.
Yeah.
Do you want to share your go bag a little bit?
Oh yeah, that's the best part. Okay, so the doggy go bag is the important one, let's face it. So I have, of course, a Red Cross pet safety manual because I took the class. I have a lighted LED leash, and then a day glow vest for the dog, and then his medications, his food, pop-up water bowl, pop-up dog dish, some toys, a blanket, just all the stuff that would make him comfortable. And then for my go bag, let me grab. It's just a lightweight black nylon bag. it's really important not to try to use a bag with wheels, because if you have to walk through fire, or if you're in a flood zone, for instance, or a tornado has come and there's debris on the ground, a suitcase with wheels is useless. So they tell you bring a nice lightweight nylon bag that you can put over your shoulder. Of course, always have your Red Cross first aid kit, a lantern, and my newest purchase, which I love, is a big solar powered flashlight that has 4 different settings. It has a spike on it to break a window if you need to, especially a car window. And you can charge your phone in it. You can flip the end down and charge your phone. So, and then the rest is clothes for 2 days, extra pair of sturdy shoes, and some of those Mylar blankets, which are really helpful.